Just to say that this is a classic case of 90%, and we are expecting that by tomorrow, all the students will have come. All the students admitted to this school will have reported successfully. So I want to tell the nation that we are very happy with what is happening here. We have just been meeting with the students, with the 624 students who have reported, and they are very excited to be in this community. I want to say that overall, the transition process is going on very smoothly. We have been able to go to Moi Girls Kamangu, which is a C2 school. We have seen what is going on there. Our officers are going around. We have asked our field officers to go around to ensure that they support learners, they support parents, so that we have a smooth transition. I want to say that the process so far is varying from school to school, but overall, we are confident that by the end of this process, all the students will have been placed successfully. As you may be aware, there are those students who report early, there are those who delay a little bit, there are those who come in late, but we are telling our schools, let us get ready for our grade 10 students, let us admit, and I'm asking schools and our field officers, let us even utilize the weekends, Saturday, Sunday, to be able to ensure that we take as many of our students as possible. Our expectation is that we shall have 100% transition because we have enough spaces in grade 10 senior school to take all the learners. Remember, we have 1.5 million spaces against 1.1 million learners. So every learner in this country will have a school, will have where they can be able to join. And we are working very hard to ensure that we remove all the bottlenecks, all the challenges. We are listening to the parents, we are listening to the students to ensure that we have a smooth process all through. So far, we are confident and we know that the numbers are growing slowly, but we are confident that by tomorrow, these numbers will be up. We have been discussing in the ministry and we are thinking of actually extending the deadline a little bit to accommodate those who come in late. And consultations are still there, but we are hoping that the minister will be able to give a clear position of the government on this particular issue. But we want to encourage the learners that the deadline is tomorrow, and don't take more time. Report to school as soon as possible, so that by the time the deadline comes tomorrow, you're already in the school. We are very happy with the digital system which we are using to do the placement. We are happy with the way selection was done, and we are confident that all our learners will be able to report to their schools as required.
Well, there are good and successful stories in most of the cluster 1 and cluster 2s. There are reports that most of the cluster 4s have hardly received any student. What would you say about this?
I want to say that 42% of all the students who have reported to schools are in C4 schools. Actually, the highest number. Of course, we expect C4 to have the highest number of students. But I want to say that majority of the C4 schools around the country are receiving students. The only problem is that the numbers are going up slowly. But 42% as at now are C4 schools. So across the board, whether you are talking about C1 schools, C2 schools, C3 schools, C4 schools, students are reporting across the board. And that we expect more students to go to C4 because they have more capacity. But so far, 42% of the students who have reported in C4 schools.
Do you have any plans to help the parents or students who are still grappling with getting schools? Because some of them are revised but were not placed in any school so far.
I want to say that all the 1.1 million learners have been placed in a school somewhere. Of course, there are still those who are attempting to change, to request for revision. And the government has said they have up to tomorrow. And there are those who have said, let's wait and see whether we can get a change. But I want to encourage the students to take the schools that they have been given. Every learner in this country has a school. There's no learner here who doesn't have a school. What you only need to do is to confirm by sending SMS to 22263, or you can go to the portal and put in your assessment number and the PIN, and you know the school you have been placed. And then once you know the school you have been placed, download their admission letter and the guidelines and the school fees structure and everything that is required for that school, and then go to school. all learners have been placed. It's only that there are still parents who are optimistic that they can be able to change their schools. And we have opened that window up to tomorrow, 16th, so that they can be able to revise through the portal, through digitally. And we have asked our field officers, our sub-county directors, county directors to help us in this process, together also with the head teachers of junior school and the principals of the senior school, to ensure that we have a very, very smooth process.
One of these, what is the ministry doing to solve the confusion about placement of grade 10? We have complaints about the placement.
There is no confusion about placement of grade 10. We have been able to place 1.1 million learners. The only challenge is so many students are interested in only 20 schools. Like I said before, more than 50,000 learners are interested in only 20 schools, which is impossible to place. Because so far, these 20 schools are full as we speak now. The reporting to these 20 schools is almost 90%. So I want to encourage parents to take up the schools the students have been placed. And there's no confusion. We are very clear in our mind. The transition process is very smooth, and we are confident that all the learners will be transitioned.
Lastly, from me, there are complaints about teachers for certain pathways like woodwork. Maybe as a ministry, are you going to do something to help build the capacity of teachers to teach these pathways?
We are working very closely with the TSC, together with our universities, and we have had a few meetings to ensure that we are able to build capacity of some of the areas like those specialized areas which have fewer teachers, because over time we want to build capacity of some of our big schools to be able to teach some of those technical areas which were not there in the previous curriculum. We are doing everything possible, but I want to assure you that we have been able to retool 229,000 teachers to support competence-based education. So majority of the teachers are trained, but there are those areas which need specializations, like for example metalwork, woodwork, Chinese language, some Hindu trade, those kind of things. We are doing something also to ensure that we provide as diverse as possible opportunities for our grade 10 learners and for the entire system. But we are confident that this competence-based education is what is going to transform Kenya from third world to first world.
Is there any action? You have said that the parents want to change it to go to the portal. They were seeing most of the parents flocking to schools to secure chances from the principals. What's your message to those ones?
Okay, we have been engaging our principals from these senior schools and junior schools, and we have told them if there are parents who come directly and you have capacity in your school, you can be able to place their requests on the portal. So when the principal receives parents in a school, they request the ministry through the portal. And we are saying for C1 schools, it is the ministry headquarters which approves. For C2 schools, it is the regional directors of education which approves those admission requests. And for C3 schools, it is the county directors of education who approve the request to join those schools. And for the C4 schools, it is the sub-county directors of education who approve. And we are asking our principals, if parents walk into your school, you place their request in the portal, and the approval will come if the capacity is still there. But if there's no capacity, then it becomes very difficult to place those students, because the system will not allow you to place a student in a school which is full.
Is there any action that will be taken to any principal who will increase school fees?
The minister has pronounced himself on this issue, that stern action will be taken against any principal who introduces illegal levies to the schools. So I want to assure the country that we have asked our quality assurance officers around the country to ensure that no school levies any extra charges. We are expecting the principals to comply, and we have sent our field officers, we have sent our school audit team to ensure that they follow through, to ensure that no principal, no school charges fees illegally. But if for some reason parents feel, or the community feels they want to charge any additional fee, there's a procedure through the county education board that they can be able to use to ensure that the request for approval from the government to ensure that they charge whatever extra fee they are interested in.
Has the Ministry of Education retooled all the teachers so that they are able to deliver CBC by excellence?
I have said the government, through the Teacher Service Commission, has been able to retool 229,000 teachers.
Once again,
To
the
be able
number?
to 229,000 teachers to support competence-based education.
Bwana PS kwa Kiswahili, kuna tetezi kuwa kuna wanafunzi zaidi ya 800,000 ambao hawajasajiliwa katika senior school. Wako wapi na labda mnafuatilia kujua ni kwa nini wamechelewa?
Wanafunzi wote 800,000 wako na nafasi kwa shule ya upili katika sehemu kadha wa kadha. Wengi wao bado wanajitayarisha, na mnajua Wakenya wao wanakujanga wamechelewa, wanangojanga siku ya mwisho. So tunaona siku ya leo na kesho utaona Wakenya wengi, na tumesema kwamba kama wizara tunaongea ili tuone kama tunaweza fungua kidogo, ili tuhakikishe kwamba wanafunzi wote 1,100,000 wamepata nafasi ya kujiunga na kidato cha pili.
Wengi wanateta kuwa wanafunzi wao waliitwa shule ambazo ziko mbali na wao, na ili hali wao wanakuja mashuleni kujitafutia kwa walimu wakuu. Labda mnafanya nini kuhakikisha kuwa wote watasajiliwa na wataingia katika darasa hilo?
Wacha niseme kwamba tuliweza kufungua mambo ya revision. First revision tulipata 350 requests na tukapatia nafasi 250,000 ndio li revise wakabadilisha mashule. Haya, second revision ambayo ilisha wiki iliyopita tulipata tena 1,300 wengine, ambapo tuli approve 1,180 waweze kubadilisha mashule zao. So sasa hivi hakuna wanafunzi ambao wanasema wakupewa nafasi kubadilisha mashule ambayo walikuwa wamechagua, na tumepatia. So kati ya wanafunzi wote, wanafunzi 1,600 walibadilisha, walijaribu kubadilisha, na kati ya 1,600, 1,500 waliweza kubadilisha, wakabadilisha shule moja na ingine. So tumeweka mikakati maalum kuhakikisha kwamba wanafunzi wote ambao wanataka kubadilisha shule wamebadilisha shule, lakini pia bado tuko na siku mbili kwa shule zile ambazo bado ziko na nafasi. Wazazi wanaweza saidiwa na headmaster wa junior school ama headmaster wa secondary ili waweze kubadilisha mashule zao.
Kuna masomo ambayo hata sasa hawajapata walimu ambao wako wamesomea taadhima hiyo ya kuhakikisha kuwa wamesomea masomo ambayo yataingia katika darasa hili la 10. Labda mnafanya nini kama wizara kuhakikisha kuwa kuna walimu wa kutosha shule zote kusomesha masomo hayo?
Tumeweza kusaidiana na Teacher Service Commission ili tuweze kumap areas gani bado tunataka walimu, ni mashule gani zinataka walimu wa specialized areas ambazo ni new areas kama metalwork, kama Chinese language nimesema, kama Hindu, na sio mingi sana, sio walimu wengi sana wanatakikana, lakini tumeongelesha universities wetu, tulikuwa na kikao Mombasa, tumeongelesha pia colleges wetu ili waweze kutrain specialized people. Na unajua hii safari is a process. Hao walimu tutawahitaji, lakini tumeanza process. Lakini nataka kuhakikisha wananchi kwamba katika area zote tatu, STEM, social science na arts and sports, tuko na walimu wa kutosha kufunza hizi areas. Ni kidogo tu ile specialized areas ambayo tulianzisha juzi ambayo tunahitaji walimu wapelekwe, watrainiwe na wakuje wajiunge na kazi.
Ya mwisho, kuna pia maombi kuwa kuna shule ambazo hazina labda maabara ya kutosha, mostly ukiangalia katika C3 na C4, na wazazi labda wanaona kama watabebezwa mzigo wa kuzijenga na kuziweka vitu zake. Labda serikali kuna chochote inafanya?
Na nataka kusema kwamba serikali imeweka pesa chungu nzima kwa hii sekta ya education, na tumejenga madarasa, tumejenga malabs, tumeritulu walimu, na tuko na capacity ya kutosha, tuko na maabara ya kutosha. Nile tunaongeza tu capacity ili wanafunzi wakipata nafasi waweze pia kupata better facilities. Kitu ambayo tunafanya sasa hii ni kuimprove hii facilities, lakini tuko na maabara ya kutosha, sababu nimesema tuko na wanafunzi 1.5 million. Tuko na nafasi 1.5 million na tuko na wanafunzi 1.1 million. So tuko na nafasi ya kutosha, tuko na labs ya kutosha, tuko na madarasa ya kutosha. Hata madarasa zingine sitabaki bila wanafunzi kwa sababu tuko na extra space ya 400,000 katika mashule zetu. So tuko na nafasi ya kutosha, na tuko pia na walimu. Serikali imeandika walimu wengi walimu 1,100 kusaidia mambo ya competence based education. So tumefanya juu chini kuhakikisha kwamba wanafunzi wetu wamepata masomo mzuri, na kwamba hii competence based education ndio itatupeleka kutoka third world mpaka first world. Asante.